overall assessment. We got to talk to Lincoln Riley a couple times a week, but we never got to hear from you guys on maybe the progress the linebackers were making this spring. Can you just talk about the guys, the
Sure.
15 practices
Yeah.
you guys?
No, I think as a group, I was excited with how fast they learned, and then obviously, it's a group that really I was the only one new because they've all played here under Danton's system.
Yeah.
So obviously they made quick progress. They work really hard as a group. I think our play style, the things that are important to us, our style of play improved from the first day to the last. I think we made great strides that way. What's important to us is running, is giving up max effort that we have, and then being violent when we do get there. So it was good to see. Our guys work really hard, and they believe in Danton. They believe in USC defense and our vision, and so it was really good.
What are the glaring differences between you coming here and looking at these collegiate linebackers versus the guys that are in the NFL? Where's the biggest difference?
Well, I think the very first thing is when I got here, two guys that jumped out at me just right off the bat. It reminded me, man, this is awesome. It was our two walk-ons, Ryan Q and Roman Cheese. These two guys, they're walk-ons, but the purity of it, how much they love football, how incredibly fortunate I am coming into a situation. These guys love USC. They pay to be here. They want it so much, and they're infectious to the whole team, not just our room, but for the whole team. Everybody loves them, respects them.
Yeah.
They play so hard. They play so passionate. And man, you're used to seeing that, on a professional level, but here it's unbelievable how much impact they have, how much they affect not only their teammates but even their coaching. Man, it is a privilege to be here. We want to be the best team in the country. We got Lincoln and Dan's leadership, and they're providing the culture. But those guys are two poster boys for just how special this place is, and they're going to play a little bit. Guys can't practice that hard and compete that hard without. Hey, we got to give them a little bone because the whole team are going to get fired up when they're out there. They're going to be excited to see them. But obviously that was the biggest thing that was like, man, this is special.
Yeah.
And then when you see an Eric Gentry, Dez, and these guys they're right up there with the guys I've already coached the last 3 years. So I mean, there's no, can they get a little bigger? Yeah, whatever. But understand, Gentry, I'm watching the Lakers play, and I'm like, look, this Ant guy's kicking everybody's tail. We got a guy that can cover. They need to borrow Gentry for this game tonight and D this guy up, because in my opinion, Gentry can cover any tight end that I've seen and any back. And I've just saw the best, the Bowers. Yeah. So I would put Gentry on it because he's so long, he's so athletic, he's that talented, and man, our Lakers are begging for him. I'm a big Braun fan, and I'm not saying Gentry. I don't think Gentry can shoot the ball, but I know he can play defense. So but that's those guys are special. They're going to play on Sunday, so there was really no difference. Although they're young and eager, but they're the same type of guy.
The defense last year was night and day different without Eric Gentry in the lineup.
Yeah,
it was unbelievable the amount of plays that he's capable of making. So you're just touching on how athletically gifted.
Oh no, he's so
he
athletically
really
gifted, and that's that's what I'm like. Who's got a guy that can match up with any tight end in the country? We do.
Yeah.
And that's a thing that it's going to help him on the next level be special, because right now that's the biggest problem in national football. Nobody can match up with these tight ends.
Yeah.
We actually have one here in college in our building, which is rare. We're probably the only team in the country that got like that. So it's special to have those type of guys here already. But we're used to seeing the most competitive people, for the last 25 years, and these guys are no different.
Okay. And with we got to see Desmond Stevens last year, and he's obviously progressed significantly since last year. But a guy that just caught my eye, we only get to see a little bit, just the beginning of practice. But Jaden Walker was somebody that's just kind of caught my eye the way he was moving.
Oh yeah.
Can you just talk about it?
Jaden Walker's going to be tremendous. I mean, he is. He's the one. He's the best right now at getting in the blocks and getting off them. He's so physical, and he loves it. He loves football. He works every day. He's in our offices every day. I don't know if you know about AJ Howard, is special, man. This guy's a special. He's a 30 for 30.
Yeah.
Under 30 years, top 30 coach in the country. Should be 30-1 because he's the best. And what a teacher this guy is. My God, he's unbelievable. So they're in there every day. Like this kid had a meteoric rise. Well, yeah, he's in there with the best coaches. So it's not surprising to us. But this kid loves it. He's going to be fantastic. He's got a linebacker body. He runs and hits. He does everything well. And he's going to jump off the charts next year. Like as a freshman, I know he's a redshirt, whatever. Him and Tez are so young,
yeah.
but they're really talented. And this guy between the tackles is going to be special.
You talked about Lincoln Riley and how his leadership on the offensive side of the ball. Just from a defensive perspective, what makes him challenging to defend his offense?
Oh man, I mean he's like Andy Reid, where if Andy Reid knows what you're in, you're dead.
Does it help them with the transition?
Period.
Yeah.
You're dead. Like you're dead. So you have to disguise your intentions. You have to be multiple on defense to have a chance. And he's the same way, And the days, Dan was like, well, we'll go another day with what we. Woo, man, those are long days. But Dan's so sharp. He has the. He's. We got a picture right now. We're working these guys an inside backer only, and knowing that the multiplicity of a Gentry is going to help us in Jaden Walker, but it's awesome. Like he's so good, and the best in the country at those guys. You're in for a long day when you're going against those guys. And when Chip Kelly, when he jumped to the NFL, he was challenging. Those guys are special.
Yeah.
And we did get into the playoffs, but I'm just saying, a difference maker, and obviously Lincoln offensively is a difference maker, but also culture-wise. Like coming in here, I knew it was going to be great, but I didn't realize just how what a leader Lincoln is, and it's just special when he gets up there. His voice is, people believe, and we all believe in the picture, and I know. Great things are in front of us.
We have an opportunity to talk to Coach Lynn and whatnot, and obviously an impressive guy. He's like the first impression is always very, with him is a good kid. But he's young. And how does a guy like him that you really how many years did you coach with him in the NFL?
A couple.
A couple of years.
Yeah.
When they announced you as the linebackers coach, I thought, how the hell does this young dude get you to come to USC? I mean,
he's a damn good recruiter. No, but
he actually is. But,
yeah, no, he is. But I'm not coming for this dude. Ain't no way in the world.
Yeah.
But
what does make him
Danton.
special?
I love Danton, and I know like his brilliance is. He's so detailed, and he's so intelligent, but he's so detailed, but he is also an amazing person.
Yeah.
Like, I know we look completely different, and we are completely different, and our styles are completely different, but we speak the same language, and we believe in the same things, so it's easy to come here to work with Danton, and to help his vision, because we've been in it. We see the same way. So it's a special deal. But Dan, like we all know, this guy's just going to be the next thing. Like he's the real deal. So, but I love him, and the best thing is to get my son to be able to work underneath such a great young talented coach and and also Lincoln. I see Lincoln as young, talented too. So they're to have him around that, because I'm not going to coach forever, and but I just want to bring my son, get him around the best people in the world, like my father did. I mean, when I got around my father, all of a sudden now I'm working for Bill Belichick, I'm working for Al Davis, I'm working for all these Hall of Famers, Sean Payton. I mean, I worked for all of them. Well, the only reason I got to work for them because I was great, but I also learned from the best. And that's what my son's going to do with Lincoln Riley and Dan Wynn. That's real for me, or I wouldn't have been here.
There's a lot of qualities that, as kids, we look at our fathers or our mothers, and we're like, yeah, I'd like to be a lot like them in this way or that way. What are the qualities that you've taken from your father as a coach?
Well, I mean, the first thing is, I say we, like, my twin brothers and me and Rex. He saved our life. Like, discipline saved our life because we were the toughest kids in Canada. But outside some of those hockey players would take a run at us. But I mean, we were pretty, but out of control. And so we moved in with our father. He saved our life. And so with discipline and things like that, and then being around him, seeing how much his passion for what he did and how he coached. Obviously, he was our hero. We wanted to be around him. We wanted to do what he did, and but I'm not Buddy Ryan. I ain't half as tough as him. I'm not even close. But I'm pretty good, but I learned from the best. And he always said, just be yourself. And that's what I want to teach my son. Be yourself. You'll never work a day in this business because it's a people business. The greatest people in the world are in this. Like players, the coaches, the people here in the building, even you guys in the media. Like you're dealing with the best of the best, and they're great people. And I know my father. He may seem like he was all this. He loved the people he worked with every day too.
Yeah.
And so it was a great thing, and I learned everything off him. I learned how to attack offenses. And I've learned from the best. I mean, there's nobody better than my father or Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
And me and Rex are pretty damn good too. So that's just the truth.
But sometimes being a politician,
that's what I learned from him. But I admired that he went to work every day with a smile on his face, and he loved his players and loved the people he worked with.
Yeah. You could obviously tell that they loved him. The way they talk about him.
Oh, hell yeah.
His players.
No, and he's himself.
That's like real passion.
There's nobody tougher than him now.
Yeah.
But the players love him, and he loved them. There's no question.
How much time do you and your son talk football when you guys leave here?
He wants to all the time. Hell no. I
was
don't
wondering,
talk about that crap. But
because I'm old and I don't like to talk about work when I leave work.
Hell no. But yeah, we do it all. A lot during the day and things. But we like talking. We'll watch the basketball games, the Kings and games, and all that. We're just like father and son that way. But football-wise, he keeps trying to talk. I'm like, man, I don't have the energy for that. I've already done it. So, but it's been great. It's been special.
Have there been any? You've only been here for a few months, but not a real short amount of time, but a fairly short amount of time. Are there some memories that stand out from the last 3 months for you here at USC?
Yeah, I mean, I like when our guys work on something, an individual, part of practice, and then they go out and execute it on the film, and it's like an awakening for them. Like you can see it, and that's how you develop people, and that's how you bring people along. That's how guys believe in the system, and they become better players. And you can see it. You can see the growth. You can see the growth in guys' leadership, which is obviously special, especially from linebacker. You better be a leader. You're going to have a hard time playing. So, but you like to see that, and then. I think there's some, like we have these groups that you talk to every Friday. These little groups where the team splits, and you got different positions, and you meet with those groups. And man, it's night and day difference from when we first started, when nobody wanted to have an opinion, to now everybody talks and they feel free. And my guys are great. I don't want to lose them. I think we're going to switch groups coming up, for the fall. I'm like, no, I don't want to give up that freshman quarterback. I don't want to give up Elijah. Like I love these guys. They're great kids, and that was a really cool thing that Lincoln did with the team. And there's a lot of cool moments there because you get in a lot of deep conversations, and it's been really cool.
Are you going to be hitting the road recruiting at all?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go out there and see what we can do. I'm going to, first time out there, cutting the cord. I get to travel out there. A lot of times shoot them by myself, but crazy. I used to be a pretty good recruiter, so we'll see how it goes.
You're not going to lose that. You're just going to be you, aren't you?
Oh no. Trust me, I will be. Man. And but you do. It's a little different level here because you're going after the best in the country. As opposed to other places I've been. So. It is great, but you get to know these kids, and you build a real relationship with them and their families, and shoot, I want to draft them. Like I want them. Like I want to put this much energy in them. I want to. They schools are recruiting. I don't care about them. I just care about us. So, but it's been a cool thing. There's a ton in it. A ton to it. It's not just like we're out one day. It's not that way at all.
Yeah.
Recruiting's about every day. So, that was new for me, but I enjoy it.
Yeah.
It is about the people at the end of the day.
When you guys do hit the road, do you go off on your own? Do you travel with another coach?
Sometimes you're traveling with other guys, and then sometimes you go out on your own. So, here I am speaking like an expert, like this will be the first time tomorrow. We're driving down there. Hell, I hope I don't get lost. But that's what those navigation things are for. But, they're so detailed. Like, our guys here, Chad and his crew are so detailed. They've got everything laid out and all the numbers. So, it should flow really, really smoothly. And, so I'm looking forward to it.
Where do you go first? You don't have to tell us the school. I'm
in Cali. I'm in Cali, for the first 2 days, and then, it's that unfortunate trip to Hawaii that's going to be difficult, so, I love a guy out there, man. Man, I can't talk about any of it.
No, but that's worth a couple trips.
Absolutely. I'm going down to see a great young guy there, but nothing like when you get off the plane in Hawaii, the smell of the flowers.
It is something different. Doesn't the
great,
air feel different?
Oh my God, it's unbelievable. So I haven't done it in a while. Like when I was in Oakland, we used to fly, with Hawaiian Airlines, and we fly all the time for free. Man, I was over there like it was my second home.
Nice.
So I love Hawaii. So I'm Hawaiian at heart, I'm really looking forward to going out there and, seeing the prospects, but also, doesn't mind taking a little of that fresh air, and it's such a great place, and got a couple of real good friends there too.
Is there anything different that you're looking for in your linebackers at this level than you are if you're drafting them?
No, I like guys that can run and hit.
Yeah.
So, I always say, well, you got to pass your SAT, smart, athletic, and tough.
Yep.
So that's what you look for, and that's at every level. I get, from college and pro football, it's the same thing. A linebacker looks like a linebacker, and that's what you want. And the position has changed a little bit, where you have to be super athletic. You got to be able to tackle in space. It used to be just a downhill guy knocking the hell out of somebody between the tackles, and there's still a good need for that. But a player's a player. Linebackers, they got to be able to see everything and react and play fast. So that's what you still look for.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Scott Schrader.
Yes. Yep.
Forgot to say our name. Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
that's
it.
all right. All right, buddy.
I'm going to ask a little bit more about Gentry, and obviously you mentioned his physical attributes, and you need those, but the mental side, how is he on the mental side and just picking things up now that you've had, 15 practices to work with?
Well, I mean, he knows the system inside out, and from multiple spots. Like he played nickel, he's played outside backer, he's played inside backer. This is one of the smarter guys that you deal with, and I know he's soon to be a college graduate, so I know how important that was for him, to have a great degree here from USC. So, but he's a cerebral player on and off the field. He's a deep thinker, and he's got talent that you don't see every day. I mean, you just don't see it, and I like to bring up the fact that he could cover anybody, because I believe it, and I know at the next level, that's the biggest thing. You just don't find it. And this guy's going to be special there, or he's just going to keep growing and growing into an unbelievable football player.
I know he was able to get back on the field, but anytime you're missing games, I feel like there's kind of maybe a mental hurdle you have to get over. Was there any of that with him, when he got back out on the field? And
No,
kind of trying to,
no, you couldn't see any of that, none of it at all. And I'm sure a lot went into that decision for him, to see if, hey, should I rush back or should I hold out in the red shirt, whatever he had to go through. But this is a real smart guy that, I was fortunate enough. I met his mother the other day. I mean, these are smart people, and they've, I've been so impressed with Eric Gentry ever since I got here. He's done everything we've asked of him. He wants to be great in football. He studies film all the time. He's a football junkie. He loves being around here. He's getting his nutrition right. He's doing everything that's asked of him. And his position flexibility will really show up in the fall. Right now we have him focusing in there at inside backer, and he could be a great inside backer, but with him, he's so special that it's, I think you'll see all that this year in the fall, and then he's such a playmaker, as we all know, in a limited basis that you saw, but it's getting ready to really be something exciting here.
Now that you've had a chance to work with him, is there anybody he reminds you of, whether it's personality-wise or just, physical attributes, kind of what he brings to the field as a player?
Well, I mean, you just don't. They're so rare, and this guy's 6'6", so I mean, there's differences, but I've seen transformations of guys. I've seen Mike Vrabel go from defensive tackle to a great outside backer. I've seen Chris Gokon go from just another guy out there on the edge to a tremendous inside backer. All these guys. I've seen Max Crosby grow into the most dominant football player in the league. So you see guys, you see him grow in confidence. I saw Aeneas Williams. I was coaching secondary when Aeneas Williams went from a good corner to an elite one Hall of Famer. And a lot of that was his confidence grew, and Eric doesn't lack for confidence, as we know, but on the contrary, but he's a great young prospect, and Wilbur Marshall, covering tight ends, and DeMarcus Ware rushing the passer. I mean, so the guy's got a lot of good stuff. But not fair to slap a comparison on the kid, I guess. But I know this guy can play, and I think he's going to continue to grow. I think he's going to be fantastic for us, and he's going to be even better pro.
I know when new coaches arrive, the thought is like clean slate. I'm not going to really look at kind of what they did in the past. I'm going to just see what's in front of me. Now that you've had a chance to kind of see what's in front of you with this group, what kind of things did you see over the last 15 practices?
Well, I think this group's really growing. I think Danton has a great system. Obviously, I've coached in it before. And, I'm really excited about this group. Jaden Walker's another young guy that's going to jump he's been working hard on extra. Every day you can't get enough. This guy, you got to kick him out of the office because he wants to learn. But really do have a special group of guys, and then young guys, behind them that are working real hard too. So it's been a lot of fun and a great group.
You mentioned Jaden. When was that first kind of inclination of like, oh, there could be something here with him?
Well, the first day I saw him, and first day I saw him hit something, I'm like, ooh, this guy's got it. But you can just see his body type. He's built. He's got a big lower half, but he's real powerful with his hands. And the first time he hit some equipment, you really impressed by that. And then on the film, the way he runs on the field, I mean, he can run and hit, and he's smart. So he's got a lot of great things.
Rob, obviously you're coming from the NFL. Just what's it been like dealing with the portal and learning about the transfer portal these past couple months?
Yeah, I don't know. Really, the portal, hey man, that's somebody else's cup of tea. I'm not real sure. I know we got a real good young prospect out of there, but that's why you got Chad and all these great guys. They deal with this every day, and I know some teams do nothing but build off of that. We're building, from trying to get from the grassroots up, and I know we dabble in the portal, but I know we were lucky to get Gentry out of there before at one time. So I guess it's like free agency, I guess.
So for you, is it like just give me the guys and I'll touch them up?
Pretty much. I mean, I watch a lot of tape, with Dre especially. He's like usually looks at most of the linebackers, and and Danton, and we see the ones we like. We know the things we're looking for, and the redeeming qualities, and then we go after it, and we like those guys that pass the SAT, smart, athletic, and tough, and those are the ones we want.
What did you learn about your position group this spring? I know people are like, oh, hey, maybe it's a little thin in terms of bodies and depth. What do you feel like you learned about your group over those 50 practices?
I think what you ask them, they're going to give you. They're going to, we demand a certain style of play, and they gave it to us. And really, a lot comes down to like when you get here, there's some new things, but all the way, when you look at our guys that are actually paying to be here, our walk-ons, we have 2 first-class walk-on guys. Quentin our enrollment, Marchetti, that Cheese and Q. Both these kids, they pour everything they got in it. When you tell them, hey, you run the ball and be violent when you get there, they have unbelievable influence on the rest of us. They play so passionately, so hard, so intense. It makes everybody step their game up because of these guys, and it's been infectious. I think you watch our group practice, they jump off the tape because they believe, and they're trying to give us exactly what we ask them.
What's it like? Obviously, I know Eric Gentry's been kind of a very emotional kind of leader for this team the past couple of years. What's it like to have him lead that group from an emotional kind of intensity perspective?
I think it's great. I think Gentry just he's a special guy. He's he's his own man. I love the guy. I think he's got great energy. He's very positive. He loves our defense. He loves Dan Lynn and Lincoln, Riley, and the vision they have for us, and so it's easy to get guys fired up, motivated there with a guy like him and Beavers. I mean, a local hero here, from LA that we moved him to linebacker full time. These are senior guys that Gentry's graduate now. I mean, these are 2 graduates that love this school and believe in this school, and it's been really cool to watch these guys.
What's it been like just having someone with the body type, the body build of Eric Gentry, who's 6'6" linebacker? I'm sure you've rarely ran across that before.
No, I mean it's like I've been watching the Lakers play, and I mean they're screaming for Gentry right now. They need to get him right now because this Ant guy is killing them, and we got a guy that can cover.
Yeah.
Now I don't think he's got any. He probably can't score, but that's what LeBron's for and Luka. But I know this: Gentry will cover that dude. Like he can cover. In fact, I think his redeeming quality going forward, like at the next level, all these tight ends are mismatches in the NFL, and I know Gentry can cover them all. So I mean that's a unique thing for him. And, amongst all the other things, he's a great playmaker and all this. I know at the end of the day, he can cover anybody. And, tight end, big body guy, running back, whatever. So, I wish the Lakers would get him tonight because I'm a big LeBron fan. And even their coach, he was at Dallas when I was, Rick Carlisle and me are friends. And I remember he was a real good basketball player there. So they got to get it done tonight.
Obviously, like when people see Eric's build and they see the high, there's always like concerns like, is he going to hold up against the run? What have you learned about him this spring?
No, you're good.
Oh, there's no question. I mean, look, Gentry's 6'8", but his arms are so long. Most of the game, today's game, is played with length. Where you use your hands to keep these blockers off you, and it's more like the Larry Holmes jab. You got to hit that guy before he hits you, instead of like the old throwing the flipper and knocking his teeth out. Those aren't really the same type. There's sometimes, and I'm not giving it away when we do that, but usually you got to play with length, and Gentry's so slippery also. Teddy Bruschi used to slip blocks all the time, and he was a great linebacker. So Gentry can all camp. That's all we've done is play him an inside backer, and in Dan's system, he can play anywhere. God knows, Dan will use him everywhere. But just as an inside linebacker, he's been great. So he finds the football, he can flat out run, and like I already said about his covering skills, and he can rush the passer. They're going to put him out there. So, but he's been really good. Inside backer wise, the biggest thing for him is you got to slow him down some because he is so fast to recognize. His key in diagnosis is really special.
Yeah, he's shown that a couple times the last few years.
Oh, he's so quick at it, and he's really a sharp football guy, really is. And I know he's a graduate. I mean, I know that's very big to him, and he's extremely proud of the fact that he's graduating from USC. I mean, that's a special degree for sure.
Talk about Anthony Beavers and what he's adding to your room. He's full-time linebacker now.
Yeah. I tell you what, he's a local hero, man. The fans love him out there. There'll be 15 people over there attending practice. They all love Beavers. So, but he's really special, dude. Like he's one of those guys that'll speak up, and then everybody follows him. Like he's got that. And they really do. And I love it because he's a genuine tough guy too. So guys, that resonates with the defense, when he speaks. And but he's been good. Like he's really been good at linebacker. Again, playing mostly two linebacker defense all spring, without moving them around. And so he's had to take on guys, from a different alignment and things, but he's been really good at it, and I think he's going to play a lot of good football for us coming up.
You guys hosted a lot of unofficial visitors from the spring. How's it been like meeting the kids and families and kind of getting involved in that process?
That's been really a cool thing. It's been a difference. Like it is kind of like a shock. I didn't realize how much it is. Like it's every day. Like this is not. We go out once a week. No, man, this is every day. There's somebody there. But it's great though. Like football's a people business. It's. That's the best thing about it, the players, the coaches, even, the media, like, it's people business, and it's the best of the best. Like, you guys are the best at what you do. These kids are going to be the best and going to play on the next level. I mean, and these families are the best. Like, I love kids, like football, kids, families, they're special because they know teamwork. They know there is no race in football. There is nothing. It's all, everybody's together, and they they got to be the toughest of the tough, or they can't play this, especially linebacker. Like, you got to be a glass eater. There's no getting around that. So I love them, and I love the families. Hell, I'm a coach's kid myself, and I know. My dad was the only dad in every road baseball game me and Rex was playing on, and then Walter Payton would be there, but like, hey, I got the pressure, man. I gotta hit the damn thing. So, what a great childhood, but it was so live. So, I don't know, I like it, and you can see them that they're, I tell them this though. Look, USC's. The biggest thing is USC. Hey, it's going to be great for your son. It's good enough for my son. My son's right here with me.
Yeah.
So but I know what a special deal that is. First of all, to have such a great school recruit your son, and then how proud you can see how proud the parents are of their sons, and what a massive decision. They have, because obviously USC's recruiting you. You're the best in the country, or they want to be after you. So we want to be after you. So major decisions in front of them.
Are you more involved in the recruiting process than maybe you thought you'd be when you got hired in? You're like, I don't really want to get involved too much, or
no, you guys would be happy to know. No, hell no, they don't trust me that much. No. We got the greatest recruiters, like, Chad's like ridiculous and all these guys. But we got Henny and Doug Belt, the general. It's like they only get 5-star guys. So I'm doing the best I can. I love the guys I'm recruiting. We've got a couple of great ones that I hope we get, and I'm all in, and we'll see how we do.
Are you going to be hitting the road in these next 1
Yeah, I've got LA next couple of days, going to go out and see some of the guys we're really interested in, and then I got that tough Hawaii trip with. I guess somebody had to do it. I guess they can send me there. So.
Are you going to pack Kalutz with you? Take him with you?
What's that?
Are you going to take Kalutz with you?
I don't want to run into him. I know he runs things on the island, but I don't think I'm going to see Kalutz this time. But I'll see Hauki Kaha and those guys, and the Kiyamatu brothers, and I've had a lot of great ones down there. So. Dennis Thurman's over there in Ryan, but I have some good friends in Hawaii. But most important thing is I'm going to see. There's a couple of great kids there, and incredible families, and one that I absolutely love, man. I ain't saying nothing, but man, I love that kid. And he just happens to be in Hawaii. Like, man, that's a win-win. So. I'd love that kid if he was in Alaska. I'll go wherever you want me. We'll see him.
For the Mike linebacker spot for you, what sort of attributes are you looking for, and like anything that makes it unique in like the system that you're in?
Obviously that's the quarterback of the defense. He's in the middle of everything, and we're real fortunate. We've got guys that that can do that, and have Dan in the headset. But our style, and me and Dan's style of a linebacker is completely the same. That's why he wanted to get me to be with him, because we see it the same way, and that's guys that will run like hell and knock the hell out of somebody when they get there. So those are the non-negotiables. The rest of it, get there. I know people spend hours teaching stance and stuff. We like the guys that react once that ball snapped, go in there and knock a guy backwards. So we still believe in that, and we have that with the guys we have, and really a great situation to come here and see what we have here. It's like, this is like looking at the guys I've been looking at the last 25 years.
Okay.
That was going to be my next question. The last time you coached in college was at Oklahoma State, and you went to the NFL.
Right.
When you came back, now you've had a spring camp to work with. What's been the biggest change in those 25 years?
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that. I was coordinator a year out there. Look that up. We were in the top 10 at Oklahoma State, and they haven't been close since. But What was the question? I was bragging on myself. No, but really, it's been great. Like, this spring is, like, I call it the OTAs because I'm not exactly sure what we call it, but it's been great. And I know these guys have been in the system for a whole year, where I'm just coming in like, okay, I'm getting into Dan. Now, we've coached together in a similar system, but Dan's done different things. So, it was cool. And he took a slowed down pace where most of my guys were playing nothing but inside linebacker, but where he's so multiple. But it was great. I mean, guys, you get to see guys improve from day one to the last day of camp, and our mindset. Building as a group. I think we have a really tight-knit group, and they play the same way. And I think even like the walk-on kids we have been huge in getting our play style the right way. We have Ryan Quinton, and Roman Machetti, Cheese, and Q. These guys have done more for our team than anybody realized. Like, they pay to play, I get it. They pay to be out here at USC. But let me tell you, they run to the football relentlessly. Like, you would think they're track stars, gold medalists out here. They'd fit right in with all the other USC people. But the way they run to the ball, they give everything else. They knock the crap out of people. They do everything. But it's our group feeds off of them. Like, all the leadership Gentry and Beavers provide, and these guys all the way down, like, it's infectious, and that group is real. When you see us play, you'll see a style of play that I think everybody loves and is accustomed to at USC. Let's be quite frank. I mean, that's what linebackers at USC do. So I don't think they'll be disappointed this year. I know that.
Cool.
All right. Awesome. Good there, fellas?
Good.
All right.
It's sort of a hypothetical question. Personnel-wise, do you think on this roster you could run the Bear front?
Yeah, I mean, I think you can run it all the time. And Danton's run it. Like, you saw a lot of those plays by the goal line that, Gentry was making for losses. He was running the quote, Bear front, the 46 front, you're running defense, double eagle, whatever you want to call it. I mean, he's definitely done it. It's a part of our package for sure. And it's already here. So, yeah.
What part of the conversation were you in when they decided to take Elijah Newby from your room and move him up to the defensive line? How'd that go?
I don't know, but that one might come back. I don't know. Like, it's a work in progress. Okay. That kid's so talented. You got everybody playing tug of war, and New is hard to beat because it's so damn strong. But we have three inside. We got A.J. Howard, this guy that's with me. All people don't know him. Let me tell you something. The guy I'm with is a star. Like, he always a 30 for 30 guy. He's top 30 coach and under 30. Guy's name is A.J. Howard. You ought to see this guy coach. Woo, man, he's special. He's in our room. Then you got my son, who's green as grass, but who's going to be great. So just a little bit better than me. That's the goal. But you get those three in there. It's we give we'll give him a pull for that. We'll fight for Newby. I love the way he's so damn physical, and smart. So we'll see how it goes. But one New is pretty damn hard to beat though. He's very strong. He's nasty. He's a building with feet, that guy. But we're going to try to beat him for him. Yeah, he's a special dude.